So excited to have an international family with us. We're spread all over the globe learning this stuff together. If we haven't met before, my name's Ty Stevenson. I'm based here in Auckland, New Zealand. Once from South Africa, lived in California, so if the accent's funny, that's why. But we've got a large community here in Auckland, all around New Zealand, and obviously a stack of Aussies and Canadians showing up live tonight as well. So guys, wherever you're from, huge welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching this recording later, just make sure if you're watching this now or later, get that notepad ready. You're going to get a chunk of information tonight that can seriously shift your situation. And so, you know, the reason I'm here today is because 3 years ago, one of my good friends, shout out to Jono, you know, we grew up here in New Zealand. He moved out to Canada. He shot me a message and invited me to a Zoom very similar to this. And before that was a little bit of a voice memo saying, Ty, I don't know what you're up to at the moment. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to this crypto thing, but you've got to start learning about this. So 3 years ago, I showed up and decided to go all in. I went all in on learning, and on this journey, discovered that this stuff is very real. I interviewed everyone I could around me, found out what I could, and there was a common denominator. Those that did really well and then not so well were investing in the market before they invested in their education. Let me just mute whoever's not. There we go. Keep yourself muted, guys, for now. But yeah, guys, with that simple phrase of you've got to invest in yourself before you randomly invest in any market. And so I realized that. I interviewed enough friends to know that I needed to invest in myself. I needed to learn about these things before I just threw my money on something and crossed my fingers and toes that it was going to work. And so with that, you know, Jono had been part of the academy for a year. He shared it with me. I jumped in, got involved. And within a week of watching these videos, watching these educators, one of which you're going to get to hear from today, which is really special, I was absolutely floored. Started applying the information, started to take it for real, and started to trade, started to invest in myself, started to build my own crypto portfolio. You know, 2.5 years ago, watched that thing go crazy. And then like most of us, if you were investing traditionally, you may have watched it go down, because if you're only investing, you can only make money when things go up. And so we pivoted, we learned how to trade. So a large group of our community here actually knows how to trade. We trade where the markets go up or down. And you might see a little bit of that later on, because part of this academy, guys, we're teaching you how to make money whether things go up or down. And I don't know if you know this, but we're in for some shaky things this year. We're in a brand new year, it's 2024, and I believe it's going to be the year of 2020 more. I believe more struggle, more tension, more crazy, possibly more wars, all the things that keep happening. But for yourself, what do you want it to be more of? Do you want more tension? Do you want more stress? Do you want more work hours? Or do you want more freedom? And the only way to get more freedom, to get a different life, you've got to do something different. And so I realized that 2.5 years ago when I first got plugged in here officially, started learning, canceled everything else I was doing that wasn't goal-orientated, income-orientated activity, because we needed to put the oxygen mask on ourselves, on our own family, so that we could then turn around and help others in a big way. So that's what we did. We showed up, we got started, went all in. And then with that, you know, in my early days, got connected to Richard Ustra, who you're going to hear from soon as well. And that really changed the game for me, guys. Getting connected with people that were ahead of me, that had the success, were living the life that I knew God had for us. That was the biggest key. And so if you're already here and you're part of our academy, congratulations, you're on the journey. I know some of you are brand new and have just gotten started, and some of you have been here for a couple of years already, like myself. But if you're looking at this for the first time, I want to say to you this: have an open mind for what's possible. It floors me every single day when I chat to people for the first time about crypto, how little that people know. And it's hard to put myself back in that headspace. But when you've been studying this thing for a few years, you realize, like, man, the trend is strong. I mean, how many of you guys drop digital in the chat if you're already aware of the giant trend that we have of things going digital? It's like, you know, we do our banking online. We do all these different things online. Like, how long do you think we're going to have physical cash showing up still in the future? I went to a bank the other day here in Auckland, and they told me they don't hold any cash on site. I don't know about you, but that was a bit weird. That was a bit of a shock for me. It's like, wow, okay, this is happening. And so you're going to learn about that kind of stuff on this journey, that things are going digital. And the next phase of that is our currency and our finance going digital. But the technology that blockchain brings to the equation means that it can be done in such a different way. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And when your bank starts to offer you cryptocurrency, that's not the moment for you to go, yes, crypto's for real, my bank's offering it to me. Guys, the banks are not out there to help you make money. They're going to give you 1%, 2% a year on average, maybe on your savings. Not the best plan, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole today. I want to, you know, Mike Sotero is going to be with us soon. But before I do that, guys, I want to show you a little bit about what's coming. So Mike's in Miami, and he's on his way to jumping on the Zoom. Before he does that, though, I want to show you what's possible, guys. So when I got started, you know, we're gonna mix up the script a little bit. I'm going to share my screen for a second. And where am I? Not stop that. I want to share that. And share that one. There we go, guys. Guys, drop Go Live in the chat. Those of you who know what Go Live is, this is a website, part of our academy, where we tune in and learn from guys like this. Jay Bonham, the sniper, that's who we learn from when we're trading on the daily. And we've got different academies in here around mindset, around social media, around e-commerce. I'm not going to be showing the foreign exchange, which most of us do. We're looking at stocks and crypto today, mainly crypto. So with that, guys, you click on here, you're going to get to tune in and listen to these guys live on a daily basis. When I first got started 2.5 years ago, this is where I came. I listened to Curtis Cobain a lot. You can see he's live here a couple times a week. Jay Bonham, he's teaching you how to scalp and trade 3 times a week there as well. And Nick Gomez, I listened to him a whole bunch, everything around NFTs. Here's Mike, guys. Mike's joining us today. He's got his own channel where him and Curtis often go live together. And you're going to see everything's recorded. It's all there. They've got favorite sessions where they're taking you through like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 on how to do this stuff. And when they're live, they share the chat over here where you can get quick questions and answers on the daily. Then we have this Swipe Coin. Guys, drop Swipe Coin in the chat if you already know about this app. If you don't, you're about to. So this is an application on your phone that you can download, and this is the website version. So myswipecoin.im, where our educators send us these trade ideas. And so they send exchange ideas, and Mike might cover this in a few minutes as well. These are investing opportunities, guys. I saw the one for Chainlink just hit the final take profit, I believe, earlier. Mike might reference that. But guys, Chainlink, they sent through a buy in here on Chainlink when it was back at full $5. It's sitting up at 15, 16 right now, I believe. Leverage ideas, you're going to see in here these different opportunities on a daily basis to come in here and make some money on the daily. So they sent one through for Bitcoin just a couple days ago and yesterday. So what does that look like? They send through a picture like this on our phone where price is at right now. And you're thinking, well, how do I make money when things go down? Well, that's what we do here, guys. We learn how to invest and build a portfolio. We also learn how to trade and make money when things go down. So there's an invalidation level. That's if price went up there, something's wrong. But if price goes to this level and this level, we make money. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. In here, I've got the trade all set up. You can see I took the trade on here. That red line was the invalidation level. They sent the trade through. This was the entry zone. They actually sent it through and price was in this area. It came up, it came down, hit take profit 1, target 1, came back to the zone. I entered on my phone over there on my real account. This is just a demo one where I re-entered to show visually. But down here, you can see that the trade ran exactly past the take profit 2 zone, the target. I was sleeping at this time. That target got hit at just after midnight, but I preset that target. So what does that look like? If we zoom in a little bit more on a 5-minute chart, I'm going to show you how you can do that. So there we go. What does that look like? You see there, it says 2.75. That means that I was risking 1 to make 2.75, whatever I was risking. And so if price went up there, I'd lose my 1% of my account if I was trading. But if price goes down, you make 2.75 to 1. So what does that mean, guys? I'm going to show you one more thing. I haven't even loaded the website. Compound calculator. If you want to learn about compounding your money and getting your money to work for you, this is what you do. Go to the calculatorsite.com, punch in here 1% a day. Let's put it on 1 year. We are not doing the weekend, so just 5 days a week. We're going to hit calculate. So this is what happens if you go out and make 5% a week, 1% a day, 5 days a week. This is where it gets you after a year. So you can see the number there, right? It's about a 13x. Now that's nothing to jump up and down about. And obviously this doesn't equate for losses, but imagine making about 10% a week, losing 5, you're going to end on 5. That example right there, one trade following the educator sending through an example and then executing that trade perfectly, you'd be making 2.75% by risking 1. So when I show you that calculator, this is based on, a lot of us do this on the daily. We learn how to trade without the app and you'll get there. But initially getting started, you can just follow that app, guys. Now, what happens when you put that on 2 years? You can change the interest rate all the years. I'd rather keep it on 1% and show you what it looks like across 2 years. It's going to be a much bigger number. You're now 13xing what you started with at the end of your first year. Now, initially, you're going to start with a demo account. That's how we do this. But guys, you follow the education. You can see here, there's everything. There's an invalidation level. There's an exit level. They give you everything. There's a chat where they're going to comment about these trades while they're coming through. You can see that they'll talk to us. Your phone will ping. They'll say, hey guys, we've hit the target, or hey, we're now floating in profit, reduce your risk, all that kind of fun stuff. So guys, I just want to show you really quickly what we're talking about before Mike gets on. I think he's probably traveling right now to get himself all sorted to jump on the Zoom with us. But guys, you're looking at this for the first time thinking, what the heck is this? How do I do this? The main thing is you've got to look at your life and think, what can I do to start making money smarter? I don't know about you, but I, at one point, was a sparky grinding on the tools. I was working extra hours on the weekends. I was driving Uber Eats for a season because I just knew I had to go out and trade more time for money. Eventually, you realize that you run out of time and it doesn't give you enough money. And you get to a place where you realize, I've got to do something different. And I'm just really grateful that Jono showed me something different. And so with that, guys, when you get into this space, you'll realize trading can be sometimes a set and forget, like that trade I set. I opened it before I went to bed and it closed overnight and I was done. For some of us, we sit down for 20 minutes, maybe an hour, and we place our trades, we close our trades, and we get on with our day. We do that when the kids are asleep, maybe in our lunch break, whatever it is. For yourself, you've got to figure out, what does it look like for you to compound your money and start getting your money to work for you and create multiple streams of income. And so part of this journey, like I said, I got connected to someone who had far more success than I did when I got here, still does. He's leading a team of thousands of individuals all over the world. Guys, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Jay Bonham, who's our main scalping educator that we follow. And part of that journey, like I said, Jono connected me with this man in the beginning. And I realized I was chatting to someone on the phone that day who just had the vibe, and I could feel like this man actually had the life and the success that I knew I was called to step into. And I'll never forget that first conversation. It was the 22nd of June, 2021. I signed up 2 days later and I started this learning journey. Since then, I've been able to forge an amazing friendship and really what I feel like is now a brother. We've traveled the world together. He's come and stayed with our family here in New Zealand twice. We've been in Arizona together, Miami, Croatia. We're going to be in Budapest in about 4 or 5 weeks with our big convention there with 10,000 people. So guys, it is a huge privilege to have Mike Sotero with us in a few minutes. Before that, I am stoked to be able to introduce you to Richard Ustra. If you've never met this man, guys, drop 888s in the chat. This man is on fire. He's traveling the world. He's creating freedom for himself and those that are running with him. So I want to invite you on, Rich. Let me find you in here to just share a little bit of your perspective, bro, because you started here over 4 years ago. You have not just created freedom for yourself, but you've helped so many people plug in and thrive and ride from here. And so I want to give you the floor for a few minutes before Mike gets here and just share what's ever in your heart at the moment, bro. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're in Colombia right now. You've been able to get yourself out of Canada when things were going crazy. And yeah, man, thanks for being with us today. Let's go.
All right, guys. Amazing. Well, go ahead and put some love in the chat for Mr. Ty Stevenson. This man's energy is absolutely through the roof and it's contagious. And the first time I met him, I remember I was on a call I was in Costa Rica. I just left Canada May 5th or 6th, I think it was, of 2021. And I was on the back deck of an Airbnb in Playa Grande, Costa Rica. If any of you guys have ever been down to Costa Rica, maybe you know where that is, but I'm on my phone on a FaceTime and I get on with Ty and another gentleman. And I just remember hearing him sharing, where he was at the time, and here we are in 2024. This man is the highest paid income earner in our company in all of New Zealand, all the South Pacific region at the moment. His family and him have completely just flourished inside of this academy. And, I remember that initial conversation and it was like, he told me where he was at, and he said, I'm driving Uber Eats. I'm doing whatever it takes, right? I have 4 kids and this is something that I'm going all in on. And, it's amazing because sometimes people can get excited for a day, right? People can get excited for a week or a month. But this man's excitement just continues to grow and grow. And I get excited whenever I get a chance to jump on a call with him or even do anything with him, just because, I know that you become like the 5 people that you're closest to, right? If you're friends, like to backpedal way back in my journey, I started in 2016, I heard about blockchain. I heard about Bitcoin and blockchain, and no word of a lie, I jumped on my computer. I was living in Canada at the time, Northern Canada and Alberta. I jump on my computer and I researched blockchain and Bitcoin. And I didn't sleep for like 4 days. No lie. I literally didn't sleep for 3-4 nights in a row. I'm just researching, like, how does this work? What's happening with this? Where is this going? And at the time, I had no education. I had no one telling me, do this, do that, don't do this. Here's some things to avoid. Here's some things to watch out for. So I just had friends of mine throwing, coins at me, projects at me. I had people saying, hey, put $5,000 into this, put 1 Ethereum into this, put 1 Bitcoin into this. And I did, and what 1 Bitcoin is today, what 1 Ethereum is today, and where it's been in the all-time highs that it's had and where it's all going. And at the time, I just didn't know any better. I was just excited. And I thought this could be it for me, right? So 2016, 2017, I made every mistake that you could possibly make in crypto. I was getting into ICOs. I was jumping into projects I had no business being in. I had a friend of mine that said they went to Iceland. They sent me pictures of an Ethereum mining facility in Iceland. If some of you guys are on the call right now and you could relate to some of these stories, you know, maybe you can. You know, it was a crazy, crazy, crazy time. I just watched a movie on Netflix about the ICO boom that happened right in that time period, and I'm having all these crazy flashbacks. And I lost about $100,000 in that time, right? Canadian. So, you know, that's a lot of money. And fast forward to 2019, a friend of mine from Vancouver comes to my house. I'm living in the Okanagan Valley, one of those beautiful places in Canada, in the world, really. And you know, I'm working as a consultant, a marketing consultant. I started my own consulting company. I'm working in the solar space. I'm working with a couple other projects. And my friend Greg drives out to where I am, about 4-hour drive from Vancouver, and he shows me this academy. Okay, he shows me a video, a presentation, and he says, you know, hey man, check this out. I just want you to watch this video. Just literally walked in and showed me a video on my kitchen table. And what happened, Mike's here. Okay, amazing. What happened is I felt this massive sense of relief. All right. I felt this massive sense of relief because I realized that all the mistakes I made, all the things that I thought I knew that I didn't, and you know, I had made some money, but I'd also lost a lot of money at the time. You know, I realized that I now just had this massive sense of relief knowing that now I have real education, real educators, people that have real results, that have had results for, you know, 5-10 years in this space. And I have an academy and a community and mentorship and people that can actually show me what to do and what not to do. And so I hopped on a plane. I went down to Dallas, Texas, right? Shout out Dallas. And I just went into this room with thousands of people inside of this room at this event. And I started meeting people that were successful traders and successful investors. I started hearing the educators from this company sharing their stories and where they were when they got started, where they were at the, you know, then at the time, what had transpired in their life. You know, I know Mike Sotero was at that event. You know, he's been in this company longer than I have. And his story, which he's probably going to share with you just briefly as he gets into the information, you know, he went from literally, you know, a customer to, you know, one of the top educators in this company with insane results because he's just stayed in the game. And I can tell you guys, since that moment in 2019, when I went to that event in Dallas, I mean, I took one of the trades that Jason Brown called out on DCX back in 2020. I took one of his trades that he called and I had a 10X. All right. I'm not saying that you're going to have a 10X off every call inside of here, but I took a trade. Ethereum was about $400. It was going to $4,000. He's like, this is the moment, right? He's looking at the charts. He pulled up the charts. I happened to be on that go live. And I was, you know, I had a surplus of money just sitting there. I just had money sitting in a bank account. Can you believe that I just had money just sitting in a bank account doing absolutely nothing? And I have all these opportunities just sitting there, and educators and signals and you know, these guys are willing to say, hey, here's a leverage idea. Here's an exchange idea. So, you know, I started to get on the calls. I get on this one call. I take that $5,000, I put it in Ethereum, and I just park it. And then I just continue to follow. I got into NFTs through this academy. I have friends of mine that actually launched NFT projects because of this academy. You know, there's so many things that, you know, you can learn here. And there's so many stories and success stories that just continue to happen. You know, I was just in one of our chats earlier, and one of our educators, one of our leaders just said, you know, he just sent through a massive testimonial from our team. I can't share numbers with you, but, you know, in our leadership chats, you know, we share these stories and these testimonies. And let me just tell you this, all right? In this year of 2024, if you want to be connected to the right people, if you want to be connected to the right information, you don't want to waste any more time. You don't want to waste any more time. You don't want to waste any more money, all right? You don't want to spend days, nights just going on YouTube, listening to your buddies, trying to join random, you know, groups. If you just want a home where you can truly just have that sense of relief, knowing that the people here have your best interests at heart. They have real results and they can show you the way, especially in such a crazy space like crypto. You're in the right place. You know, I was just on a three-way call with a guy in New Zealand, and I literally said to him, your search is over. That's literally what I said about 30 minutes ago on a call I just did with a guy, you know? So we're going to bring Mike up. Ty, I'll just go ahead and tee up Mike. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let you tee up Mike. I'll hand it back to you, Ty. And if you want to bring me back later on the call, you know, you can at the end if you want to. But guys, thank you for being on here tonight. Thank you for investing your time with us. Ty's going to introduce Mike. He's going to come up and really just give you guys you know, exactly what it is that you need to get started tonight. And we do have a very special opportunity for you to save some money on your tuition on your first month tonight for the first 10 people to get started. So Ty, I'll hand it back to you, bro. And, you know, take it from here.
Let's go, man. Rich, thank you so much. Guys, drop some fire emojis in the chat from Mr. Richard Ustra. He has given and continues to give so much value to our community. Love and appreciate you so much, bro. We'll definitely pull you up at the end again. But guys, I get the privilege of introducing the man of the hour to you today. Whether you're watching this now or later, make sure you've got your pen and paper ready. This man has been part of this academy for over 6 years. He's been an official educator for almost 4. He started as a student and he went all in. And that might be the 2 words for you today is all in. You just need to find the people to run with and then go for it and just stomp the gas. And I found that 2.5 years ago. Obviously, Mike found that long before we did. But guys, we get to hear from someone today that has gone the way and is showing the way in a big way. I posted a story this morning about that, how, you know, he teaches in rooms of 10,000 plus at our events, at our big conventions all over the world. But he also shows up on a daily basis and teaches online in a live environment. And having him show up for us right now, all the way from Miami, it's getting late. It's probably almost 10 p.m. there at night. And he's here. He said yes to showing up because he's got a heart to help people and serve people. And so, you know, he's educating at the highest level. He does not have to be here, guys. That's the thing I need you to realize. He doesn't have to do this. He's already teaching on the inside, but he's so passionate about helping people take advantage of the timing of what's going on right now that he was willing to give us some of the time on his Saturday night right now. So, Mike, I just have so much love and appreciation for you. It's been so cool to, you know, mingle and mix with you here and there around the world. Arizona at first. We were in Miami almost a year ago to the day. Got to go to church together, which was really special. And Croatia, we got to spend some time together. Now we're going to be in Budapest in a few weeks. So, bro, I just want to say a huge amount of appreciation from myself as well. You know, I'm on Go Live with you. I'm following your trades. You know, Solana has been going great. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everything that you bring to our global family. And just a huge thank you for showing up today. So guys, drop some love in the chat to Mike Sotero being with us tonight from the other side of the world. Bro, just thank you. I know we've got people on here tonight that are brand new. They've heard about crypto. They might not know much about it. And then we've got some people that have just launched and are on the journey. They're part of DCX. They are following with you already. And so I just want to give you the floor, man, for whatever you've got in your heart to share with us. You've always got hot sauce to share. So I want to hand it over to you. And again, thank you so much for your time, man. Let's get it.
Of course. Well, Ty, Richard, everybody, appreciate the invitation. 9:30, I'm actually traveling through Florida right now. So just got back to my hotel room a little bit late with dinner, you know, nothing ever is planned when you're on the go sometimes, but grateful for the opportunity. If you guys can throw me co-host, we'll get right into this information. But 11 years ago, I became an entrepreneur. I've never had a job. I've been blessed and fortunate to have gotten in this industry. When I was 18, I'm 29, I'll turn 30 years old in 2024, which is a crazy thing to even say, because I remember getting started in this space and then really just fast forward 7 years ago, February, March, I think it was like middle of February, I started seeing people on Facebook talk about this thing called crypto. They were saying like Bitcoin is $1,000 and they were comparing it to like gold and all of these just different things, right? I remember them talking about Ripple, how it was going to be faster, or it was going to be a solution for banks to use. And then Litecoin was faster than Bitcoin. So the first 2 cryptos that I ever bought in early 2017 was Litecoin and Ripple. And to be honest, I really didn't understand what I bought. I just bought it because of social pressure in a way, or social proof. And I got into crypto. Now, it wasn't until the summer of 2017 where I met the CEO, the founder of this company. I reconnected with people like Jason Brown and Matt Rosa, Alex Morton. And then they introduced me really to Chris. And then I really went all in on crypto, became an educator for this platform, you know, years later, and we'll get into that. But I don't want to talk about 7 years ago. About, let's actually go, what are we in 2023? Let's actually go to 1 year ago. So let's actually go to the beginning of 2023. So we're now in 2024. Crazy, right? Time goes by fast. The price of Bitcoin 1 year ago this week was at $17,000. Ethereum was at 1,200. XRP was at 34 cents. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Where is Solana? Is Solana even on this? Did I miss it? Solana was at $14, everybody. Okay. Now, if you're new to crypto, think of these cryptos or these assets, these digital assets like a stock. Think of Bitcoin as a company, XRP as a company. XRP actually is a company. Solana as a company. And there's two things that you can do in this space. Let me move the Zoom thing here. Now, I actually want to get a temperature of this call. Put a, excuse me, put a 1 in the chat if you have started your portfolio, and put a 2 in the chat if you have not yet started your portfolio. Okay. Kind of see the temperature of this call. So a lot of 1s, but also a lot of 2s. So great. I'm going to address both sides of this call here today. Let me move this Zoom thing. Okay. So for the 1s, 1 year ago, the world was screaming recession. In crypto, there was chaos with FTX, with crypto coins like Terra Luna falling apart. And there was a lot of fear. Okay. And the thing that you have to understand is that when fear is at its highest point, that is when you need to be in the markets. And I know you're saying logically, Mike, why would I be in the market if there's a lot of fear? And it is the truth that, when there's fear, when there's blood, that means there's going to be a lot of opportunity and reward for those that can be disciplined. And the truth is if you bought almost anything 1 year ago this week, you're in profit. Okay. That's just the truth. Now you're saying, well, Mike, how can I take advantage of this academy? How can I take advantage of crypto today? Excuse me. Now, when you look at the markets today, Bitcoin's at 44,000. Ethereum's at 2,200. Solana's at $94. It actually just hit like $130 last week. Ripple's at 56 cents. So what would I be doing if I were you today? Well, first, I would understand where is Bitcoin in this chart, okay? Where is Bitcoin in this entire overall market, okay? And Bitcoin right now was at, 17, beginning of last year. Now it's at 44,000. And there's something that's going to be happening potentially even this week where companies like Fidelity that has $4.5 trillion under management, companies like BlackRock, okay, that has $8 trillion under management, companies like Blackstone, like Vanguard, like ARK Investments, we are getting ready, and I want to explain this to all the new people on here, to see history happen in front of your eyes. And over the next couple of weeks, you are going to see all of these different companies. Okay, look over here where it says final deadline. The government has to make a decision on this. Now, Mike, what does the government have to make a decision on? Okay, it's called an ETF. Write this down, put it in the chat box. If you don't know what this is, you're going to see the entire world talk about this. Okay, and you're saying, well, Mike, I don't want to know about crypto. Okay, then this is not for you. If you could have went back in time and bought gold when gold did what Bitcoin's about to do, you might not even be on the Zoom call, okay? Don't miss the next, or miss it. Look, I don't care. To be honest, I'm Ty and Richard said I can speak. I'm good. I'm going to be okay. Ty's going to be okay. Our students are going to be okay. But the people that put a 2 in the chat, please, please, please pay attention to this, because you're going to see the whole world talk about this over the next couple of months, okay? And on this upcoming week, on January 10th, we really have the first final deadline for an ETF to happen. Now, Mike, what does that mean? It basically means that these people that raise money, these people that have like trust funds, these companies that have trusts like Grayscale, they can now go raise money and essentially put it directly in to the asset of Bitcoin. If you don't know, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, 19.5 million already in the circulation. And it is a supply and a demand factor that will kick in. And you're going to see billions and then trillions of dollars over the next 10 years come into this space. And you're saying, oh my God, Mike, 44,000 for a Bitcoin. It's too late. They said that at 20, they said that at 70, and they'll say it when it's at 150 to 200K, which is where I think it's going over the next run. Now, here's the good news for you, January 6th or January 7th, if you're in New Zealand or Australia or over there. I believe we will see this market come back down. I believe this market is not done falling. Now, I do think this can get up here to the 50s. But the reason that I say that is because of exactly what I just showed you. If anybody bought crypto 1 year ago, they're in profit. Now, what tends to happen when everybody's in profit? Somebody tell me in the chat. Okay. Somebody tell me in the chat what happens when everybody's making money, when everybody's doing good. The market has to come back down. Now, it doesn't have to come back down when you want it to. The market does not have to go down because Richard says, you know what, the market's going to go down. No. But it is a series of emotions that happen on these charts. So the good news is if the market were to go down, will you have capital ready? Will you understand trading? Will you be plugged into the #1 educational platform in the world that's done billions of dollars in revenue, that's helped millions of students around the world? I've personally taught, it's probably higher now, but over 250,000 people about crypto. And I thought about this actually a couple weeks ago, going into the new year, like, that's crazy. Because 1 year ago, well, in 2023, I spent 4 months in Europe. Yeah, I spent a lot of money too, but I spent 4 months of my time in Europe. And I was doing events. We spoke to 10,000 people in 6 weeks on one of the tours that I did. And we were positioning people for the future. Now, if anybody took those positions, they're definitely very happy right now, right? They're very happy. And I'm going to show you how you can capitalize using this application right here, okay? If you don't have this app downloaded, I want you to stop and download it real quick. 2 things happen on this app, and 2 things that you need to understand when it comes to these markets. Number 1 is we can trade. Now, this is where, you have the ability to earn or lose when the market goes up or down. Okay, so the market goes down, yes, you can make money. And the second thing is you have the ability to invest. And this is how I always want you to think long-term. And I really want you to think here 4 years. You're saying, Mike, 4 years, I can't wait that long. But most people wait that long when it comes to Swipecoin is the app name. Most people wait that long when it comes to going to school, 4-year degree, 5-year degree, 6-year degree, to 8-year degree. Look at doctors, how long they go to school for. Now, am I saying you shouldn't do that? No. But I'm saying if you went to college, let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you went to college or university. Okay. You didn't go in day 1 saying, where's my degree, professor? This is like basic math, right? You didn't say, where's my degree? Where's my job? No, you went and you paid the price. That's fine. Well, can you take that same approach, which is what I have done and what I'm doing especially one more time, 4 years from now? Can I continue to learn, study, and use these tools? Okay. So 2 things happen here. 1 is you have the ability to trade. Now, I'm going to be honest, Richard and Ty, I'm just going to tell everybody on this call, trading, not for everybody. Trading takes a special type of person that says, hey, I want to actually learn this. Now, if you want to learn this and you want to have the ability to earn on the way up or the way down, great. We can help you do that. And we can help you do that through an app where we actually send trades to your phone. I heard Richard and Ty talking a little bit about it. So, for example, we have 3 educators, myself, one of our educators from Spain, and another educator, Nick Gomez from Miami, where we send out these trades to your phone. So, for example, January 2nd, take a look at this. Okay. This was on Bitcoin. And you guys can see the arrow. This was for the market to go down, right? So we were looking for Bitcoin to go down. And you know what's crazy is, what do you think Bitcoin did? Now, not because we called this out, but guess what? Bitcoin went down, and we caught this move, and the market went down almost $5,000, which in trading, what does that mean, Mike? It's 5,000 points. And if you would have had $1 a point, I mean, you can do the math on that trade. Swipe coin over the past 5 years has been extremely accurate. I can't give numbers, but it's been extremely accurate. Okay. So this was a trade on Bitcoin, right? I actually just called out for everybody that's in the team real quick. Let me see if you guys can still take this, but we just called out a trade, and I was actually just at dinner, and I sent this out right before I went to dinner, I think. And this was on Solana. Solana goes up or down. Watch this. So I sent that out a couple hours ago. And let's see. Okay, yeah. So the market actually right now is actually in our zone. And when you're trading, let me explain something to you. Like right now, for example, if you took this trade, okay, this risk to reward would be about, let's go to exit 2. This would be about a 1 to 6 risk to reward. So Mike, what does that mean? It means that I have a trading account, and I'm willing to risk a certain percentage of my account on each trade. I have $1,000. I'm willing to lose $30. Mike, if this trade hits the second target, what would I make? About $180 to $200. That's trading. Okay. We send out those trades that have good risk to reward to your phone. I mean, to exit 3, this is a 1 to 9 risk to reward. So you can risk a percentage of your account. You can risk 2 or 3%, and then obviously a potential reward. My last Solana trade, I don't know if you guys caught that, but I sent out a trade a couple days ago on Wednesday, and that trade actually hit the entry and hit our exit 1 at 108. And that was about 1,000 points in the market in like a day. It's a really good day. All of our students know it's a really good day. Okay. You know, for some context, the most amount of dollars per point that I've ever taken was $20 per point. That market moved 1,000 points. Some markets move 100 points. Okay. And then really what I want to focus on is not necessarily even the trading, but really the investing side of things, where we have an app that sends these ideas to your phone. Now, I'm not going to make you feel bad, but I'm going to make you realize why you need to get plugged in. So March of this year, myself and our team, we look at all of the different cryptos, okay? Because guess what? There's 12,000 of them, and not one person can look at everyone. You definitely can, for sure. I feel overwhelmed sometimes. So what we do is we have a checklist. We have things that we look for. And then what we do is I say, hey, students, through the app Swipecoin, I like this crypto maker at this price to buy between 600 and 680. Very simple. Between 600 and 680. Okay. And what happens is you get the notification on your phone. You go to this website, CoinGecko, and you can look at the current price of the crypto. The current price is at $1,700, ladies and gentlemen. We called this crypto out, maker, at $600 at this orange line. Okay. March 2023. We were buying it down here. The market went up and hit exit 1, hit exit 2, and is almost at exit 3. Could you imagine buying something for 600 and selling it for 1,555 or 2,400 soon? Now, with investing, do I have to look at the charts? Yes or no in the chat. With investing, do I have to be staring at the markets? With investing, do I have to be glued to my computer screen? No, with investing, you take what you're earning, or you take a percentage of what you're earning from your job or your business, right? I recommend building this business, and you reinvest it back into the markets. Who's heard the rich get richer? Put a 5 in the chat if you've heard that. Put a 5 if you've ever heard the term, the rich get richer. Now, you know why the rich get richer? Is because when you're struggling financially, you make a little bit of money and then you spend it, right? Who knows what I'm talking about? I'm losing my voice, sorry. You make a little bit of money, you spend it. That's the problem. The problem is this education is not taught in the school system. You know, I'm an adult. You're an adult, right? Nobody taught me how to do my taxes when I was in middle school or elementary. And that's the problem in the world. The educational system. Not that teachers are bad. No. Not that professors are bad. No. But the information that's taught, a lot of times is taught by people who haven't done what they're doing, what they're saying they're going to do, or what they've done, or we learn things that aren't applicable or suitable for the next 10 years. Okay. And this is simple. You get the notification to your phone. This is at 600, 680. Now the market's at 1600, 1700. So we're not buying that anymore. We talk about Solana. Let's go down here. Okay. And people say, well, Mike, how come nobody told me to buy Solana? Well, I did. Yeah. June of 2022. I sent a message saying, wait for Solana to go to around $17 to $20, and then it's going to hit $111. Jim Rohn says, isn't that interesting? What did the market do? Let's go over here. So when we called it out, and he called it out when it was here, June of 2022, everybody. So you had some time. What did the market do? The market actually went under, and we actually called it out at those levels on our sessions. Market went all the way to $8. It went from $8, everybody, to $126 in about a year in time. And you know what's crazy, and why I'm so grateful to do what I do, is I've gotten thousands of messages from people from all around the world, some countries where people make a couple $100s a month at their job, and they were able to get some Solana at 8, 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks. And they were able to take some profits at 80, 90, $100. And their situation is so much different now. Okay. So let me see if there's anything I can give you here as I start to wrap this up for what I'm looking at. Okay. Now, how many people know about like domains, right? Like .com, .net, .org, right? Those are domains, right? You go to a website, it's usually what? .com. I'm going to show you guys something here. There's a crypto that I called out at $8, and I would take a picture of this because I think this is going to have a crazy run next year called Ethereum Name Services. Just like .com, this is .eth, .ethereum, okay? The founder of Ethereum actually just tweeted about this project, and we sent out this alert at around $7 to $8. We were looking to buy this November of this year around $7 to $8, and the price actually, entry 2 was just hit for a leveraged Solana idea, heads up. Where is ENS? So ENS, we called it out between $7 to $8. Okay, we called it out right here. Hit our zone, hit our first exit. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. The market moved 86% in 16 days. Oh, I'm still skeptical about crypto. Okay, well, how much money has your bank paid you in the past 16 days? Or in the past 16 years? Or since you started the bank account? It's okay to be skeptical. It's not okay to be ignorant. And if you're ignorant to this, that's fine. This is not for you. We're looking for people that are looking for this. But all you had to do was just follow directions. And I think Ty can agree, and Richard can agree, and all the leaders on this call can agree. The results are evident. Okay. I'm going to give you one more crypto that hasn't happened yet. So this is a gaming project. Okay. I used to play a lot of, video games as a kid. Price is at $84 right now. We called this out between $75 and $100. This is a project that I'm bullish on that I think can go higher over the next 4 years. It's at $84 right now. The all-time high was around 2,000. I don't even care if it gets there. I don't even know if it'll get there. I think this can be a project that you want to have on your radar. Okay. So in closing this, Swipecoin is that tool. But to be honest, you need more than just tools. Like I can give you a tool or multiple tools to build a house. But what if you had somebody that was building the house with you? And that's where this platform comes in place. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been on one of my sessions before. Okay. We educate and we stream in all these languages. We teach all these different markets. I'm going to go to stocks and crypto here for a second. And this is a team that we've built. Okay. It didn't start with just like the way you see it today. It started with a couple educators, then it grew. How much money should we have to start? Just start. You can start with more capital, the better. But I would start with trading, maybe, couple hundred, whatever it is. But always, this is a good question. Always invest money that you're willing to lose. Okay. Always invest and always trade money that you're willing to lose. When I invest in an asset, I'm willing to lose it. Okay. So go live. You're going to get a username and a password. And I'm sure Richard and Ty will touch on this a little bit more. I'm going to pass it back to them here in a minute. And you can actually come into our sessions like Portfolio Watch, like Blockchain Breakdown, like Market News. So this is for stocks and crypto, right? Women in Web3, how to use Swipecoin. I do a Get Started class on Mondays at 3 p.m. Crypto Fast Start, 4 p.m. with Corinne. 5 times a week, we do a live analysis session. So what that means, those are for like the people that really want to trade and maybe even make some money live on a class. Who knows? I'm not saying it's happened, but it may have. And when you come into like my channel, for example, there's a live chat box on the right-hand side. And then all of our sessions are recorded. So I put together a course. We could have charged $5,000 US for this. It's free when you get access to the stocks and crypto package called DeFi Summer. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Go through that, okay? Go through and plug into them. Most importantly, plug into these live sessions. Ask questions. The students that we had the past 12 months, the past 2 years that get on and ask questions, they stick and they stay. Because you may have a bad day, right? Let's say this was a live session. People will go onto these sessions with educators and maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe they just lost the trade, or maybe they have questions, or maybe they're unsure. And they'll get that reaffirmation that as human beings, every single one of us seeks a level of certainty in our lives. Right? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Every single one of us seeks a level of certainty. And sometimes even myself, when the market is dropping so fast, you're like, wait, hold on. And it's great to have a community and people in the chat box and the educators that are going to be there to help you get through those seasons, help you navigate those waters. Because markets go up or down, we don't care. Okay. And we're teaching all of the different markets. I mean, oh my God, I did a live session when I talked about a stock at $30. Now it's at $66 called Block. I did a go live session where we talked about GBTC at $8. It's at $37. I mean, I'll give you one more here. We were looking and we were buying Coinbase under $50. Coinbase, a publicly traded stock. We were accumulating this under $50 down here. And then we were reaccumulating here at $60, $70. These are things that we go over with you. So if you want to build something short-term, long-term, if you want to do trading short-term, investing long-term, we got you. And the final thing that I'll say, and I'll pass it back to Ty or to Richard, or both of them, is you are about to see, maybe not this week, but over the next 12 months, you think crypto is big, or maybe it's not big in New Zealand, in Australia, down under, up above, in America. You haven't seen anything yet. When your retirement companies, if you have a retirement account, when your financial advisors start calling you in the next 12 to 24 months saying, hey, Grace, hey, Tammy, yeah, we have something that's on our desk. We would like to actually take a percentage of your retirement account and put it into this ETF that has exposure to Bitcoin. When those conversations happen, I want you to remember this conversation. And I'm only telling you to that because those conversations are already happening in America. My dad is a retired police officer. He teaches online at a university. He has his PhD. And guess what? He's been getting phone calls from Fidelity and messages from Fidelity, emails saying, hey, something's coming. Soon you'll be able to have direct exposure. And these large, and take a screenshot of this page. Go research all these companies on the left. They're coming into this space aggressively. But you still have time to catch a pullback in these markets. So now's the best time. So Richard, Ty, appreciate the invitation. I will pass it back to you, boys. And thank you guys so much for the invitation. Appreciate y'all.
Man, bro, thank you so much, Mike. So appreciate you, everything that you do for our community. Thanks for showing up now. We'll see you on Go Live, man. Thank you so much. Guys, drop some love and appreciation in the chat for Mike. He is crushing it globally, traveling the world. Can't wait to spend some time with you in Budapest in a few weeks. And those coming with, there's about a dozen traveling with me from New Zealand to that event. It's going to be wild. And that's a whole nother thing, guys. When you realize that you found something that when you go all in gives you the results that you're hunting for, you'll figure out a way to go more all in to get even more results. And that's why when I went to a live event in Arizona 2 years ago, that changed everything for me, 18 months ago. That's why I went to Miami in January last year. That's why I went to Croatia in September and took my wife with. That is why a bunch of us are going to Budapest in a few weeks, because when you get yourself in a room with these people, when you get to hang out and have a dinner or a meal or a drink with someone like Mike or Jay or Richard, our educators, Alex Morden came to dinner with us. Go Google him on Instagram. Like when you put yourself in those positions to meet and greet and actually build connection with people like this, your trajectory in life is just different. And so you're welcome to come on that trip with us. But guys, tonight, I want to show you one quick thing before I hand this over to Rich to close. I'm going to show you exactly what Mike just showed you, right? That Solana idea that he just shared. Here it is right here. So I just took the trade that is inside of our app. Where there's the levels. You can see the levels right there. TradingView, free website. We're going to teach you this as soon as you get started. You can come on here, find Solana, tee it up like this. So when you're new, this is what you're going to do. You're going to learn how to do this with fake money. You're going to click down paper trading, click trade. I can hit buy, and I can enter this market right now. And this is our entry zone. This box is our entry zone. Price is in that zone. That's our stop loss. So watch this. If I hit buy, this should execute the trade. You can hear that. I'm going to take my stop loss. I'm going to drag it down to the red line. I'm going to take my take profit line, and I'm going to drag it up to there. I'm in this trade. I can walk away right now if I wanted to. And so what does that look like, risk reward? This is just showing you again what Mike was showing. This is how you can do this on your phone. We can teach you how to do this on the go. That's what most of us do. But if you were wanting to do it this way, I entered there. There's my risk. There's my reward, guys. Whether it goes to the first zone, that's almost a 3-to-1. If it goes to the top zone, well, that's 9 times something. So guys, that's an example of how easy it can be for you to learn how to trade. I just wanted to show you that. It's not rocket science. I can teach you how to do that on desktop in 2 minutes and on a phone on the go in 1 minute. So if you want to get access to this, guys, we're going to show you how. It doesn't take much, but I want to hand it over to Rich because Rich is absolutely doing this at just such a great level, guys. Like he's connected to guys like Mike and Jay and all of our educators, and we've got a real special promo happening right now for the next 10 people. So Rich, I want to hand it over to you. Can you unmute yourself that I can find you in the stacked out chat? There you are, right? Thanks so much for being with us still, for hanging out. Right, I want to hand it over to you to wrap us up for the evening, and thanks again for being with us. Let's go.
All right. Well, guys, I know you got everything that you came here tonight to get, right? You guys came here specifically to, really just to see what this is all about. And so I'm just going to leave you guys real quick with exactly how to get started. Okay. So if you get started tonight, this price you see right here, $275 for the first month, for the first 10 people that get started, you're going to get $50 off. We've got a special link for you to get started. So whoever invited you onto this call, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, Zoom, Whether you're watching the recording later on tonight and there's still a spot available, which there probably won't be, get back right now with the person that got you onto this call, and you can get started for 225 bucks. You can do stocks and crypto. You can even throw in, you know, another product that you want to learn about, something else that interests you, whether it's travel, whether it's Forex, whatever it is. And guys, we're going to be here every step of the way to get you started and get you, you know, plugged into this, because this is really what it's all about. It's about you guys coming in, just like Mike came in 7-8 years ago. I came in here 4.5 years ago. Ty came in 2.5, 3 years ago. Tonight, it's your time. All right. 2024 is your time for you to catch this next wave with us, with our community, with our educators, with the leadership here. And we're really here for you guys to help you and serve you and guide you every step of the way. So we'll see you guys on the next call. We'll see you guys in Budapest in 6 weeks. For everybody that's coming, super excited to see you guys there. And with that, thank you so much. God bless you guys. Welcome aboard to everybody that's joining tonight, and we'll see you guys on the inside. Take care.